those who think that the issue of betrayal comes to play, and also not looking at the competence of a Professor Osinbajo as a person.
Nobody has doubted the competence of Professor Osinbajo. He's a very humble, competent, cerebral person. But we believe that in terms of intellect, capacity, reach, and the ability to move this nation forward, and most importantly, for us to win the upcoming election, the best candidate that the APC has is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. With the name recognition, mind you, the dynamics has changed with the emergence of Atiku, Vice President Atiku Abubakar as the candidate of the PDP. We need someone who can match and even overshadow him in terms of brand name recognition, in terms of intellect, in terms of capacity, even in terms of indefatigability. So this is why we are championing the cause of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's not best among equals. He's the best amongst his mentees.
You think he's the best?
Certainly.
So you mentioned Atiku Abubakar.
Yes, sir.
And you said that dynamics has changed things.
Yes.
For those who say Ahmed Lawan from the same northeast as Atiku Abubakar, is there an even? I mean, does that make the race even in that sense?
Well, my own position is very simple. APC was formed by a merger of so many interests. The ACN, the ANPP, the CPC, the ABGA, and of course the new NPN. And in a multi-ethnic, multi-religious polity like ours, we have to be sensitive and conscious of the diversity of the nation. Ahmed Lawan is my kinsman. He's my brother. And he holds me in the highest esteem. And I played a very prominent role in his emergence as the president of the Senate against my own kinsman, Mohamed Alindume. But leadership goes beyond sentiments. He has spent 20 years in the Senate, in the legislature. He has a PhD in geography. He had spent a stint in the academia before joining the political industry. Does he have the administrative skill set to rule a complex nation like Nigeria? This is a million-dollar question, and most importantly, sir,
can he also stand shoulder to shoulder with Atiku Abubakar?
He can't.
You think so?
That's the fact. You know, he's a pace amongst equals. Let's not delude ourselves. He became a senator with 144,000 votes. I became a senator with votes 2.5 times that he garnered in Yobe. No. Go to Ohiapia or Izochukwu and ask for Ahmed Lawan. The first name that will come to their mind is that of the tomato dealer who is bringing tomato from Maiduguri. Go to any other part of the south. Does the brand name sells?
So you think Tinubu is a name that sells?
Tinubu is the best person. We don't even have any option.
What about Osinbajo? Does the name sell? The VP?
Osinbajo is a good man. He's a nice man. But nice men do not make good leaders, because nice men tend to be nasty. Nice men should be selling popcorn, ice cream, and galabo. But he's a very decent person. I can't doubt that. And he's my personal friend, and I would rather not comment on his person. But he's a very decent man. That I can tell you.
I mean, I'm not surprised. This is politics. It does look like your governor, Professor Zulum, seem to see Professor Osinbajo differently from how you see him. I'm not sure he's in the same camp as yourself. I'm not sure he's supporting Bola Tinubu. Why so? People will imagine that you probably will be in the same camp supporting Bola Tinubu.
My governor is one person who is least driven by personal ambition. He has been variously approached by some of the presidential contenders to be their running mate. He flatly turned down their offers. my governor is not a prisoner of power. He has been approached not to be a running mate of Osinbajo or any other person, but go the whole hog of picking the ticket as a northern candidate. He refused. Because there are some political jobbers in this country who are hell-bent on plunging this country. You know, the trajectory of global growth is facing Africa, and Nigeria will make or mar that transition. And getting the leadership question right is absolutely essential. And where the leader hails from is not the issue. I just cited the instance of the Chief of Army Staff. We had the Chief of Army Staff from my own state. But our security situation deteriorated further under his stewardship. The President Chief of Defense Staff is an Ika man. The President Chief of Staff is from Sokoto. But our security fortune has improved tremendously.
All right.
So I'm not particular about the Northeast or Ahmed Lawan, but I am particular about justice, equity, and fairness.
Okay, Your Excellency, I have just about 60 seconds or less to close the program, but I have two crucial questions. Yes. Although you did not answer the question whether or not for Zulum, the reason why...
We are on the same page, I can assure you.
Is it supporting Bola Tinubu too?
Certainly,
okay.
We are on the same page.
All right, so the delegates from Borno are voting for Bola Tinubu?
Certainly.
All right, so on a final note, in one part, quickly, if you can let Nigerians know, if Bola Tinubu does not get the ticket, what happens?
He's going to get the ticket.
What if he doesn't get it?
If it's a game of numbers, he's going to get it.
What if, I mean, the president has asked for a chance of reciprocity, that he should choose who succeeds him. What if the president does not pick him?
You know, people tend to underrate the depth of the relationship between the president and our candidate. Their relationship precedes 2015, 2014. And the president is a man of conscience who holds Asiwaju Tinubu in the highest esteem. If at all, President Buhari, a man of conscience, a God-fearing man, will anoint any candidate, that candidate has to be Bola Tinubu.
It has to be, but if it doesn't be, if it doesn't get,
I dare to say,
doesn't. This is politics.
But what I am saying is that the president, being a Democrat, in a worst-case scenario, anointing a candidate doesn't preclude candidates from going for the primary elections.
So Tinubu will go for the election. He will never step down.
The issue of stepping down does not arise.
But if
He's the elephant in the room. How do you expect an elephant to step down for Lilliputians? So certainly, on a more serious note, the issue of stepping down are just mere speculations. And most importantly, even the issue of anointment. The president's special advisor on media came out and disputed. When I was leaving the scene, naturally I had an interest. I anointed Professor Zulum. But other contestants, Idris Durkwa, Omar Nasko, Gambolawan, contested with him at the primaries and he won. So in the same vein, the president is at liberty to endorse Bola Tinubu. But Bola Tinubu will still go into contest with those that are willing to slug it out with him.
Senator Kassim Shettima, a sitting senator of Borno State in the National